different person. No, but welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be on the Laura Lee Violet Voss palette. This palette I have been waiting for since, like, not her pre-launch, but like her pre-launch. So I've been waiting for this palette for probably about 2 weeks now, and I'm so happy to get it. Okay, so I've been watching Laura Lee forever, you guys. Like, since, like, not since I've started watching YouTube, but for the past 2 to 3 years, ever since she was, like, living back at home, like, filming, like, really darkly in her room. So anyways, I've been following Laura Lee through pretty much everything. I follow her Snapchats, her Instagram, everything, and I still remember when she finally, like, not finally, but first, like one of my Instagram pictures. Anyways, it was a good day. So when she had said that she was coming out with a palette with Violet Voss, of course I was gonna buy it. I mean, I love Laura Lee. She is so genuine and just, she's awesome. So I like to support other YouTubers, especially those that I genuinely, like, believe in, and I believe in their word and know they're not trying to play me just for money, you know what I mean? So anyway, so I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna buy the palette. Plus, when I saw the palette, like, she was giving like sneak swatches, I was like, yeah. So this is what the palette looks like. It's very wearable. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, yes. I don't know if she was thinking about us black women when she created this palette, but this is something that we can actually use. There are actually transition shades that will show up dark enough on our skin tone and not be like kind of like that ashy or washed out or skin tone color. So anyways, so I was like, okay, go ahead, Laura. So there is an array of dark matte neutrals all the way into a black, and then there's some more warmer matte shades up here as well, and also like a couple of brow bone, a shimmery and a matte brow bone highlight. Then of course you have your staple lid colors, which are Biddy, 1988 Rammer Jammer, Yoshi, which I use today, Smashlee, which is also what I use today, Tickled Pink, Hissy Fit, Laura Lee, and Fleeky. So those are all the shades that are shimmery and you can use on your lid or inner corner or something like that. Another thing that I like about this palette is it has the dark pops of color, or like those kind of like warmer shades, and it also has some of the more like lighter neutral shades, so you can go anywhere from a neutral smoky eye to a dark, either a matte shimmery smoky eye or something like that. So I like the versatility of this palette, so I've been waiting for it and I'm finally happy that I got it. So for this look, I decided to do Yoshi. I use Yoshi, which is an iridescent, kind of like a bluish brown pigment. It reminds me a lot of Makeup Geek's Havoc pigment, which I've done a tutorial on. I will try to link it down below if I remember. So that is what I decided to do for the eye look. Just a cut crease, a neutral cut crease with a pop of the bluish green color that's in the palette, which is Smashlee, in the inner corner, and just smoke out the lower lash line. And I've been wanting to wear a brown lip for a while, so I decided to just bring back ColourPop's Limbo, the Ultra Matte Lippy, and just, you know, do a brown lip. So I know this look isn't going to be very wearable for you guys, but I wanted to do something that I haven't been seeing either Laura Lee do on her channel or other YouTubers do using this palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not gone out and bought the palette, make sure you guys do. The shipping is the only thing that sucks. It's about $45, but after you pay for shipping, it's like 53 bucks, especially shipping it to Illinois from California. So that sucks, but it ends up being $53. And I'm going to try to get this video up today, which is Monday the 28th, I think. And I know her palette goes back on sale tomorrow, which is the 29th. So make sure you guys order this palette if you have the funds or if you can. And I hope that if you've been kind of on the fence with this palette, that I explained it in a way, especially if you're a woman of color, that would make sense, that it does work on our skin tone and it is something that is wearable for our skin tone, because, you know, some palettes aren't, especially if they're created by women of, or not women of color. They don't really take us into consideration sometimes. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you all, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye!
Alright you guys, so the first thing I am going to use is my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NC45 to prime my lids. Then we're going to go into the Violet Voss times Laura Lee palette. Isn't it stunning? Like, it's just a good array of colors. So the first shade we're going to go in with is Raga Muffin, which is in the top right hand corner, and I'm taking that on a Sigma E35 blending brush and just working that into the upper part of my crease as a transition shade. Then we're going to go in with Alabama, which is in the bottom left hand corner, and we're going to take the same E35 blending brush and just work that a little bit lower and closer to the socket of my crease, just to add a little bit more definition to the crease shade, because I don't want it to be too dark, but I want it to have enough depth to it. So next I go in with Wiskers with a fluffier E25 blending brush, and I'm working that into the socket of my crease just to start carving out the cut crease. And then I go in with Bubbs, which is a dark matte chocolatey brown, and I take that in with a more firm defined E25 blending brush, and I just work that mainly into the socket and the actual crease of my transition shade. I wanted this to kind of blend from it being a light brown to a chocolate brown and to a really deep rich chocolate brown. So after that I go in with Basic, which is just like the shade name. It's just a basic vanilla shade, and I just work that onto my brow bone as a brow bone highlight. After blending that out, I go back in with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and I take a Sigma E15 flat definer brush, and I just start carving out my crease. I wanted this look to be very defined, and just so that the Yoshi shade that we put on our lid is the focal point of the entire look. So that is why I decided to do more of a cut crease. And Yoshi is more of a kind of golden, champagne, kind of iridescent with greens, like a dark forest green iridescent type of look. So I apply that with my MAC 242 eyeshadow brush, and then after that I go and tight line my upper lash line and apply some eyeliner, and I'm using my NYX matte black liquid eyeliner, and I am doing a wing liner, but I'm not taking it all the way to the end of that cut crease. I wanted to take it out far enough to where it, like, you can see the three different lines: the liner, the cut crease, and also the crease shades. So I'm priming my skin with my Smashbox Photo Finish primer just to fill in my pores because my pores are huge. And then for foundation, I went in with my Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation in the shade Cocoa Medium, which you guys know I love this foundation. I hate how sometimes it makes me look a little bit more ashy and gray after it settles in and oxidizes into my skin. But overall, it gives me a very, very, very flawless foundation coverage. So for concealer, I did go in with my my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I forgot to show you guys it on camera, and it's in the shade Amande, and I just used that underneath of my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, forehead, and chin. And this was, I don't know, I didn't like how this, like, my whole foundation routine turned out, so just bear with me through it. And I went back in and blended it back out, and the brushes I am using are my makeup brush set brushes. I'm going to link them down below. To set my concealer, I'm using the MakeupForEver Pro Crystallized Setting HD Setting Powder, which is just a translucent setting powder, and I'm using that with a Sigma F45 tapered highlighting brush. So for contour, I use my Nikki Garrett contouring palette, which you guys know I love and I live by. I've been falling in love more with it lately because it's just that awesome warm contour shade, and I use that with my Real Techniques contouring brush as well, just to contour the perimeter of my face, getting my forehead and also my cheekbones and mainly my nose, just to slim it down and to make it look a little bit more defined and chiseled. If you don't like to do that, you don't have to. And then I go ahead and highlight, and I use my Laura Geller Gilded Honey Gelato Baked Swirl, and I use that with a BH Cosmetics fan brush. This is my favorite fan brush, and this is one of my favorite highlighters. And lately I've been applying my highlighters before I apply my blush. That way when I go in with my blush, it just blends it out seamlessly, so I don't have to go back with the brush. It just kind of kills two birds with one stone. I also make sure I highlight down the bridge and the tip of my nose, and then I go back in with my Jordana Coral Sandy Beach blush, which you can get at Walgreens, and I just use that with a dual fiber brush by Sigma just to blend it into my cheekbones and also blend out that highlight. So I'm going back in with my Prestige Cosmetics Total Intensity Eye Kohl pencil in Black is Black, and I just use that to put that in my waterline. Then I go back in with Alabama, and I take that on a Pink Martini brush. It's kind of like a pencil brush like the E30 by Sigma, and I just use that to smoke out the lower lash line. And then I go in and mix Wiskers and Bubbs both together with a flat definer brush or a smudge brush by Sigma, and I just put that really closely to the lash line just to add a little bit of smokiness, but not too much, kind of just following the same steps that I did when I applied them to my crease. So after that, I go in with Smashlee, which is the most pretty teal green color. Oh my god, it's stunning. And I just pop that into my inner corner, and then I line my lips with my Clean Color lip liner in the shade, I believe this is Cafe. It's just a dark brown lip liner. And then I go in with Limbo by ColourPop, which is an ultra matte liquid lipstick. And I just put this onto my lips just for a nice matte kind of reddish brownish color. I just wanted to do something brown, but not too dark brown, like chocolate brown. So after that, that completes my look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe down below. I love you all, and I will see you guys soon, and stay tuned for the sing braids. Mwah. Bye.
I'm